Nothing happens for no reason. Whatever seems to be happening in your experience, in your life, in your reality, it is for you. It is meant to show you where there's more room for freedom, more access to love, more possibility for joy and connection, and everything that you truly desire in life, beyond the surface level of symbols, but more fundamentally in your heart. Everything that you're experiencing is indicating, leading, inviting you into more of who you are, even when it doesn't seem that way. And even potentially, especially when it doesn't seem that way. Because we all live in our own realities and our own bubbles of perception. You could say we all live in the world together, but that world that we each perceive, that reality that each of us experiences, is entirely our own. We notice different things. We give meaning and significance in different ways. We feel and relate very differently to what's going on. And that is the experience that we are creating, which is allowing us to realize more of who we are. And on a collective level, just as the fractal of the individual level is ascending, elevating, awakening to the truth of what we are, your experience is a fractal of that collective experience, and it is contributing to that collective awakening through your unique perspective, your unique perception on this vantage point of what is, and your relationship to it, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. And so you see this mosaic that is the collective is riding this wave of ascension. It is happening. And each of us are experiencing this in our own unique way, based on our programming, based on our upbringing, based on our belief systems, based on our attachments, based on our assumptions of what reality is and what it isn't, and the rigidity that we have and the judgments that we hold, what we condemn, what we refuse, what we embrace. And the gray area in between is what's being brought into the light. For each of us, that gray area is a darkness. It's a shadow. It's hidden. It's buried. It's under the surface. And it's containing us to a limited version of who we are. And so it must be brought into the light. And when you look into the world, this is obvious, right? Everything is coming into the light. As Christ said, the truth shall set you free. And the truth is not limited to your perspective. We all know what's true for us. We all experience our own truth. But that is but a puzzle piece in the infinite mosaic, which is the truth. And the truth of our humanity, of our collective, will set us free. And in the meantime, it will be crazy. It will be wild. It will be shocking. It will challenge us in ways that we, frankly, probably would rather not experience. But to remember that it's all serving its purpose, that nothing happens for no reason, and that it is not what it seems to be, but what we say it is and how we relate to it, and therefore the meaning that we give to it, that is what we are learning. There is no right or wrong in that ultimate sense. There is only the right or the wrong that we attribute to it, and then wish to relieve ourselves from, wish to free ourselves from that limited perspective on what it is. We create our own prisons by containing reality into little boxes of what we believe, how we define it. And then, out of self-preservation and out of our own attempt to maintain our own position, we try to enforce that. We try to impart that. We try to teach that to others. We try to convince other people that what we see, what we believe, is true. But that is not the way to ascension. That is not the way to liberation. That is not the way to your freedom. The way to freedom is your own inner game, your own inner reconciliation, your own inner honesty as to your own direct experience of reality and your own ascension, to elevate your paradigm, to balance your beliefs, to understand yourself, to understand your tendencies, to understand why you believe what you believe, and to put that in context with the greater truth. And that is true freedom. There is no freedom greater than the understanding of reality in context with the truth of who you are. To reconcile your experience, your relative experience, with that higher divine plan. God, source, the universe, the will, which is leading us to a profoundly beautiful vision of what it can be, what it can mean to be human, to be on earth in harmony, in unity, in love, in joy, unconditionally so. But we can only be unconditionally loving and supportive and kind to each other when we have fully understood ourselves, when we have reconciled our own traumas, our own limiting beliefs. Forget others. Forget the world. This is your reality. This is your life, and it is your responsibility. That is the greatest contribution you can offer this world. It is your duty, and it is your honor.